Good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Week of ages last week. Unbelievable week. And this week's starting even better. Okay, things you have to learn about Sam. Lots of new people. Things you got to learn about Sam. Sam gives you beast numbers. They don't happen a lot, maybe 5 or 6 times a year, but hell, we had NVIDIA, Lam Research, 536. It's up to 541. It's up 100 points on the beast. 100 points off the beast. We had Meta Beast, right, at 434. I mean, this thing exploded up. I mean, it's up 25 points off the beast. I mean, they're all running. Pan W on Friday, 209, broke 209, went to 216. Now you have Tesla. Tesla gets to 209, 222. There's a 209 beast on Tesla, 209. Now, here's the thing for new guys. Maybe it gets to 208. It hits 209. You buy the calls. It goes to shit, and you whine and cry. Very possible. But why wouldn't you whine and cry? Because you expected zero. And you did a small trade, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't get through. Or you wait till it gets through and you buy it, instead of buying it at 1.5 or 2, you buy it at 4, and it's expensive. That's up to you on how you trade. Okay? If you don't take a profit, whose fault is that? Guys, a lot of new guys today, guys. A lot of new guys. I don't pat you on the back. I had messages this morning. Some of these messages concern me. Sam, I'm going to take a big position. I'm like, you're brand new. I have no idea if you have $10 or $10 million. And why do I care if you're going to take a big position? I don't care. You trade your account. I trade my account. Okay? Very straightforward. Very, very, very straightforward. Okay? Google's moving. Everything is moving. NVIDIA's flying. So here's an interesting thing, and I give you information. So 2.5 years ago, Tesla moved 80, and Sam ripped it. But he didn't buy the next one, thinking it was up 80, it had to come down. It went 100 the next week. NVIDIA moved 80 last week. Does it go to 100 this week? Maybe. I don't know. We see, then we see. Non-stop great news. Not good news. Non-stop great news on NVIDIA. Okay? They're going to rule the world for the next 2 years. But maybe they don't guide up next quarter and it goes to 450 and then goes to 350 and you get killed. Whose fault is that? Take profits, roll up. Now, for you guys that didn't see the Tesla, if you were in the room or you're on private Twitter, you've seen what I was doing. And this is an example. We bought Tesla. Tesla was at 185, 186, and we bought the Tesla 190s for 60 cents. We told you Tesla moves on Fridays. We bought them for 60 cents. Now, you could have bought just 10 contracts, or you could have bought as many as Sam. Doesn't matter. But so say you only bought 5. But let's say you bought 10, so that's 60 cents, $600 trade. It went to 160, 170. You're up $1,000. I did not sell it at that point. At that point, I bought the 190 250s. Okay? 190 250s, I don't know, what was it? 33 cents. So let's say you buy 10 of them at 33 cents. Okay? You already have profit. You have $1 profit in the other one. So I waited till it got to $3. Now, if it would have dropped back down to $1, I would have sold it. And that 60 cents to $1 would have made me 40-cent profit. That would have paid for the next one. It would have paid for the 190 250s. Okay? So, but it went up. So I waited till 3 and I sold it at 3. Okay? And then as it was going up, I said, oh, my 190 250s, which are 30 cents, are already $1.50. So now there's profit. So I bought the 195s at 17 cents, I think. No, maybe 23 cents. 23 cents. So you put another 230. You already sold the one for 3,000. The 10 contracts at 3,000. Then the next ones, 192.50's got to 3, and I sold those too at 3. So now you're up 6,000 and you're only in for 23 cents. Well, those went to 3,000 too. We sold those at 3,000. Your initial trade was 60 cents. $600 went to 9,000. And you didn't have to take any risk more than the 600. That's trading. When somebody sent me a message over the weekend saying, Sam, why didn't you just hold the 190s? Because what if it would have went down? Your 3,000 profit goes to shit. Why would you do that? Guys, have to get smart. Learn to trade with profits. Now, there's a lot of you people here, and some people, their first trades, first day, they're going to say, oh, I'm going to go buy 3 of these. 3 different positions. And you're going to get whacked. We're playing with profits. Sam did million plus last week. Got, I don't know, 200 grand in the market, maybe 250. But on Netflix, which we bought at 2, are going to open at 8. So they're going to be up $6. You have $6 profit there. And if it pops 400, it's got 416. Those things are going to go to 25. Now you may sell them or you can hold them. Once again, it's up to you. Okay, the techs are running today. Tesla is through. If they get through 209, get to 222. Huge winner. But we already have the 205s. If it gets to 205, they're going to be $5.50 from $1. But if there's 7, that's telling you it's going to really rip. And if it takes off, it can go to 222. That takes the 205s to 17. Or it collapses, the White House deal breaks down, nobody's going to vote for it, the debt limit happens, and the market drops 1,000 SPX, and everything you own goes to 0. Everything in your account goes to 0. It can happen. But if you took profits, and let's say you took 10 grand profits, and you only have 3 grand in the account, who cares? Who cares? Learn to trade. Microsoft, 375 target ripping. NVIDIA, flying through 409, 416, 422. Lam Research, flying. PanW, flying. CrowdStrike, flying. Amazon, flying. AI is at 37. We had the 32s at 2. We sold them at 4. They're going to open at 6. Let's go to 51. Wow. Don't know. But Google trades at 127, can fly to 133. And Netflix is a grand slam. And ANET's starting to move. And then there's one other one, guys. Keep an eye on this. So Avago is up another 25. A 1 to 112 fame is up another 25. But SMCI is moving. And the SMCI 250s, not for this week, next week, at $4 becomes interesting because it's a $10 billion company. And if it goes to 15 billion, that means it's at 320. And I don't know if it works. I don't know if it does it. I'm just telling you, trading is about what's possible. What can go up, what can go down, what can happen. Okay? Jeff Bezos bought 1 share. Why did he buy 1 share? Is there any reason in the whole world why a billionaire would buy 1 share of Amazon? Actually, there is. What if he gave an order to buy a whole bunch of Amazon stock and his broker just didn't get it done and decided, let's wait a day or whatever. He didn't do it. And he's going to do it today or tomorrow. Then all of a sudden you get a thing that he bought 1 million shares and it opens up to 15. No idea. Maybe. Maybe not. Learn to trade, get smarter, and learn risk. Now, I post this all the time on risk. This is for the new guys. If you have $1 million account, let's say Johnny has $1 million account, and Jack, his neighbor, has $1 million account. But if Jack loses $2,000, he's distraught. He doesn't sleep. He's pissed off. He goes on Twitter and becomes a troll. His risk is not $1 million account. His risk is $2,000. The size of your account doesn't matter. Your risk level, your true risk, nobody teaches this. Your true risk is at the point where you're upset. If you're upset with losing 10 grand, don't play 10 grand. Ever. Ever. I'm telling you. Things that aggravate me. You don't want to aggravate me because I'm the nicest guy in the world, but it just aggravates me when people say, I didn't sell this, Sam, and now it's down. But Sam, you had SPXs at 2, they were 8, you didn't sell them. So I didn't sell them. But I made $1 million last week and you didn't make that position, so you didn't make anything and you still didn't sell them. Whose fault is that? Get smarter. Anybody that asks the question, what positions are you holding? First of all, that means you're lazy. Second thing means you're going to lose money. Because let's say Sam is holding Netflix. We're holding Netflix 400s. We bought them at 2. Let's say it pops the 406 at open. Very possible. Those are going to be $15. I'm going to sell them. I have 250 contracts, but let's say I had 10. So I'm going to make $15,000, and you haven't played it yet. But you look at Sam and say, Sam's position, you say, Sam has them, they're $15. He hasn't sold them yet. I'm going to buy them. And then it goes down 5. And Sam sells them for 10. He bought them at 2, it sells them for 10. He's plus 8. And you bought them at 15 and you're whining. That's why we don't post positions. It doesn't matter what position I have. Why would you go buy a position that somebody else has already at a different price? You have to determine, is that position, do you like that stock and is it going to go up or down? If you don't have it, why does it matter? And if you have it, you know what you have. None of this is rocket science. If you learn this stuff, you will do very, very, very well. If you don't learn this stuff, you deserve to fail. If you have, I told you that the story of the one doctor told me he had $1 million account, and the first day his position dropped by like $2 grand. That's where this comes from. He's like, calling me like, Sam, it's down $2 grand. Where's it going to go? Like, you just told me you have $1 million account, risk. Oh, yeah, but I'm interested. No, you're not interested. You're whining and crying. Don't do that. Look at Netflix go. This is going to be fun, okay? Stocks go up, stocks go down. Don't forget it. You can have tremendous success if you do this, okay? Very, very interesting. Now, the debt deal is not a done deal. If ramblings come that they're going to vote it down, this market will drop 100 SPX in 5 minutes, and every one of your positions will go down that you have profit in. That's very possible. It's a 50% chance. There's nothing says this is going to get done. So trade them, play with profits, and don't worry about it. Now, the techs are the rage. If you've seen all the NVIDIA news, it looks great. So you got NVIDIA, you got Avago, you got Lam Research, who makes the chips. You got PanW, Crowd, and Zscaler. As AI comes in, you're going to need more and more cybersecurity. Amazon trying to break up. Google trying to break up. Netflix did break up. SMCI did break up. NOW flying. Microsoft 375 target. Tesla flying. Meta flying. And I get a message this morning. Sam, do you like Regeneron and IBM? I'm like, I just gave you 10 stocks that are doubling or tripling. And IBM doesn't move. But they have Watson. I'm like, who gives a shit about Watson? Guys, play what's working. I don't care if you are falling in love with Starbucks and you love their coffee and you spend $20 there. If you want to buy it, go buy it. I'm not interested in it. It's just information. I'm just giving you my information. What you do is up to you. Okay? That's what we know. That's what we know. That's what we know. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. 5:30. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Epic move coming. Be careful if it reverses. SPX is up 25. You're at 42.20. The 42.20s are $17 at the money right now. I'm sorry. It's up 25. It's 42.30. $10 in the money is $17. Okay? At the money is 11. If he takes the premium higher, then it's a better chance the deal gets done and no bad news. It's always a possibility that something happens tomorrow and it gets bad. Then we see. People asking me, Sam, do you like Avago? I love Avago. That's why we bought it. But I don't like Avago up 140 points, and he wants, for the 850 calls, they're going to open at 35. Why would I pay $35 for an option when last week that same option, at the money, 15 points out of the money were 5. Why would I pay 35? Okay, very interesting. Okay, SPX downside, 41.91, 41.52. Avago, 8.52, 8.71. Underneath, 7.98 can dump this thing 20. Doesn't mean it's going to dump 20. I'm just giving you a number. NVIDIA, 409, 416, 422. You know, if this wasn't a short week, I would say they're going to take this thing to 470, just piss people off. But it's a short week. What does a short week mean? It means that today's already Tuesday. It's not Monday. Lam Research, 652, 609. PanW, 217, 221. CrowdStrike earnings tomorrow should move PanW 5 to 8 points minimum. Either way. CrowdStrike, 162, 171. Zscaler, 135, 141. Amazon, 124, 128. If Bezos buys even, I don't know, 20 or $30 million worth of stock, this thing is at 135 next week. Just don't know why he bought one share. Implies he's going to buy a lot more. Look at this AI. AI is absolutely screaming. It's low PE. The CEO came out and said, I have never seen demand like this in anything, ever. Not even for Beanie Babies. Or Cabbage Patch. You remember the Cabbage Patch? People waiting in line. Remember Krispy Kreme? People waited in line for donuts for 2.5 hours. Jesus. Unprecedented AI demand. Does it go to $5 billion? $5 billion or $6 billion company, this stock's at 60. Wow. Meta, 268, 271. UPST. I like the 29s that open. If they're 30 cents, we may do them. We'll see. Just a nice play, nice lotto play. Google, 126.60. It's right here. Through this is 130 and 133. Netflix, Does it get to 403 and pop back to 391? Very possible. Or it just keeps going. Netflix lifetime high is at 700. It's only at 4. We're killing this. We have the 400s and the 420s. They're both going to be 3x, maybe 5x if it takes out 406. ANET 176. SMCI, I like the 250s or the 260s for next week. Not yet, but for next week. We'll see. NOW 552. Microsoft 337, 341. Tesla. All about 3 numbers here. 203, 209, 216. If it takes off 209, 216 is not that hard, but it's a number. This 222 comes into play. MDB. I love it, but you can't play it. Its premiums are too high. And that's what we know. That's what we know. Let me go to comments. Questions. Wow. Whew. SPX, beast number. What is expressive? Crowd numbers are going to be good, but here's the problem. Crowd was at 129 when Zscaler gave pre-announced, and it really, really ran. Okay? So it's up a lot. Can you explain the difference, Sam's numbers and 3 a.m.? The 3 a.m. numbers are the ranges. So let's say somebody's going to go on vacation or somebody's going to do something and say, I'm going to sell Amazon and it gets to 125. Or I'm going to sell AI if it gets to 43. So those are the initial numbers you see every morning. You have the orders way up there and the orders way down there. I want to buy it if it goes to Amazon, if it goes to 91. So you see the ranges. Those are the ranges. If those ranges break, you have a huge move. You have a huge move. The numbers I give you are the numbers along the way, both ways. Netflix 410s. Okay? So Netflix 410s should be somewhere around $5, $5.50. AMD, like it, 121, 122. NDX, where were we at? We're at 14,480, I think, 14,480, 14,600. Apple introduces AI, it's going to blow, absolutely. MDB, very expensive. I like it, but it's very expensive. Then we see, okay. Okay, now I gave you the good side and the bad side. Don't screw it up. If you have a small account, 2K, 3K, go buy 1 or 2 positions for $100, and that's it. If you catch it, you catch it, and then you have some money to play with. If you don't. That's it. Maybe it takes you 6 months to make $1,000, but then you go. It's not like you just come in and buy something and it goes up forever and ever. It doesn't work that way. Everybody have a great trend days in the chat.